Now the next topic is string manipulations. A string in MATLAB consists of any number of characters and is contained in a single quotes. Strings are vectors in which every element is a single character. MATLAB also has built-in functions that are written specifically to manipulate various strings. Now, how to create string variables? A string consists of any number of characters, including possibly none. The following are examples of string. So you can write all these examples in the command window and press enter. This will gives you the resultant string. The substring is a subset or part of a string. For example, there is a substring within the string hello there. Characters include letters of the alphabet, digits, punctuation marks, white space, and control characters. What are control characters? These are the characters that cannot be printed but accomplish a task. White space characters are those which include the space, tab, new line, and carriage return. Leading blanks are blank spaces at the beginning of a string, and trailing blanks are blank spaces at the end of a string. There are several ways that string variables can be created. So these can be created by using an assignment statement or by using input function, like I have written like word equals to cat in single quotes, or strvar equals to input, then in parentheses and single quotes I have written enter a string comma s. So this is how you can create string variables, just by using an assignment statement or by using input function. Now strings as vectors. Strings are treated as vectors of characters. The number of characters in a string can be found by using the length function. Just I have written the string word equals to in single quotes cat. If I want to calculate the number of characters or to know about the number of characters in that cat string variable, I just simply write length and in parentheses and single quotes write cat. This will gives you the number of characters in that string. Expressions can refer to an individual element, a character within the string, or a subset of string, or a transpose of a string. Blank space in a string is a valid character within the string. Like I have written my str equals to hi. Now my str1, so this will give the first element of the string, that is h. If I have written my str, then single quote, the answer will be displayed in a 2 rows. If I want to calculate the length of any string variable, like I have a variable sent equals to hello there, I want to calculate the number of characters in that string, I just simply write length of sent, or sent 4:8 gives me the 4th to 8th elements of that string. A character matrix can be created that consists of strings in every row. The following is created as a column vector of strings, but the end result is that it is a matrix in which every element is a character. With the character matrix, one can refer to an individual element or an individual row. As rows within a matrix must always be the same length, the shorter strings must be padded with blanks so that all strings have the same length, otherwise an error will occur. Next is concatenation. Concatenation means to join strings together. Note one thing, that the variable names or strings must be separated by a blank space in the brackets, but there is no space in between the strings when they are concatenated. The method of using the square brackets will concatenate all of the characters in the strings, including all leading and trailing blanks. The strcat function, however, will remove trailing blanks but not leading blanks from the strings before concatenating. Next is customizing string. The blanks function will create a string consisting of n blank characters. It is usually most useful to use this function when a number of blank spaces is desired in between. The sprintf function will create a string in which the output is not suppressed, so the value of the string variable is shown. Next is removing white space characters. Now, to remove blank spaces from the end of the string, that is only the trailing blanks. To remove the trailing blanks, the function which is used is de blank. That is, de blank function is used to remove the trailing blanks. The strtrim function will remove both leading as well as trailing blanks from a string, but not blanks in the middle of the string. Now, changing case. MATLAB has two functions that convert strings to all uppercase letters or lowercase, called upper and lower. Like, I have written the string mystr equals to ABCDE in uppercase and FGH in lowercase. When I use the command lower mystr, then the output will be given as all the alphabets will be written in the lowercase. And if I am using the command upper mystr, then this will convert the entire string to the uppercase. Next is comparing strings. The function strcmp compares the strings character by character. Note one thing, that for strings, these functions are used to determine whether strings are equal to each other or not the equality operator. The function strncmp compares only the first n characters in the string and ignores the rest. The first two arguments are the strings to compare, and the third argument is the number of characters to compare. Like, I have written strncmp a, b, 2. Like, I have written the variables a as cat and b as car, and I am going to compare only first two characters of the string a and b. So the answer will comes out to be a equals to 1. Next is finding strings. The function strfind receives two strings as input arguments. The general form is strfind, then in parentheses first write string, then substring with separated with comma. If there are no occurrences, the empty vector is returned. Next is replacing strings. The function strrep finds all occurrences of a substring within a string and replaces them with new substring. And the format for the same is strrep, and in parentheses write string, comma, old substring, comma, new substring. Like, I have written in the example strrep abcdef abcde. Then I am going to replace e with x. So I have written the old substring e, then new substring x. So all the e elements get replaced with x. Next is separating strings. The strtok function breaks a string into two pieces. The format for the same is in square bracket write token comma rest, and this is equals to strtok, and in parentheses write string. Alternate delimiters can be defined for the same, and the format is in square bracket write token comma rest, this is equals to strtok, and in parentheses write string comma delimiters. Next is evaluating a string. Now, to evaluate a string, eval operator is used. I have written a string as x equals to 2683. Then I am using the function eval plot of x. So this function will evaluate a string. And if I want to draw a bar graph, I am going to use bar command to draw a bar graph to evaluate a string. Next is the is function. The function is space returns logical true for every character that is white space character. And the function is char will return logical true if the vector argument is a character vector or logical false if not. Next is conversion between string and number. In order to convert numbers to strings, there are two functions, int to str for integers and num to str for real numbers, which also works with integers. The function str to num does the reverse. That is, it takes a string in which a number is stored and converts it to the type double. Next is other features. There are various other functions which can be used to perform various other operations when we are working with strings. Now, the first is the sscanf. This function reads data from a string. Second is the strjust. This function justifies a string. And if you want to convert a matrix to a string, you can write mat to str. And if you want to examine string properties, just write is strprop function in the command window. This will gives you all the string properties. So you can write or type these functions in the command window to learn these functions properly. So this is all. Thanks.